The aims of tonight really are to introduce the community to the two local hospices, which are Kirkwood and Forget-Me-Nots Children's Hospice. We have the Anthony Nolan blood cancer group. We have also the local fostering agencies, because black people don't tend to foster. And we also have, and we don't tend to donate blood either, so the Anthony Nolan blood cancer group are here as well. We have artists, up-and-coming artists that are displaying their work for sale. We have young and up-and-coming fashion designers, which we're introducing, and also we have people within the community that are actually coming and volunteering as well. So everyone's coming together to sort of like provide a service to the community.
So looking at the range of activities for Black History Month, I think they're even broader than they were last year, and I thought last year was really good. There's a really wide range of groups supporting the programme and helping us all to learn and celebrate. And as I said, here in Kirklees, that allows us all to come together to do that. So although we're here to mark the beginning of Black History Month, I want to acknowledge the contribution that the community makes all year round. And at the same time, when public services are looking to work differently with our communities, it's a really good example of how people can come together and support each other. And it really does epitomise that community spirit.
It's great to be here tonight. I was just saying to my uncle before that, I'm from Manchester, so we never really have much community events happening, so it's come as you are, bring every burden, come as you are, bring all your shame, come as you are, I know you're hurting, but when you call upon His name and surrender, and you'll never be the same. Oh, come as you are, all who are broken, come as you are, and find His grace. Come as you are, His arms are open, let go and let God just have His way and surrender, and you'll never be the same.
I'm absolutely delighted to be at the launch of Black History Month. It's a fantastic event and it's just moved on so much in this last 3 years. I'm just amazed at how much they've managed to achieve.
We look after patients and their families in Kirklees. The hospice is made up of lots of different departments. So we've got our inpatient unit where we look after people who have got life-limiting illnesses. A lot of people think that when you come into the hospice, you come in there to die, and that's actually untrue. Last year, we discharged 35% of the patients that came into the inpatient unit. We also have our support and therapy centre where patients can come in for the day and access services there, whether it be having a massage or chatting to people who are going through the same things as they are. There's also our family care team who support patients as well as supporting their families, also look after people who have been bereaved. And not forgetting our community nursing team who are fantastic. They go out into the community and look after people in their homes that have got obviously life-limiting illness. So Yeah.
Forget-Me-Not Children's Hospice. We're based up at Bracken Hall, where we care for 150 children with life-shortening conditions, and we care for children across Kirklees, Calderdale, and Wakefield.
This evening is for us all, and I just want to share with you what A.M.Y.N is about. There is nothing like the strength and power of coming together and building together. People are wondering, who is this group, A.M.Y.N? What are they about, and who is their mother? That is the question that's been asked in Huddersfield for many years. You may not know all of us. You may only know one of us. What matters is that you are here today to support, and we thank you. Together, we make things happen. It's as simple as that. We meet and build and plan and dash out and dash in and move forward together. We use our experience and contacts in health and well-being, education and the cultural arts to highlight the lives and experiences of African and African Caribbean people in Kirklees today. Linked to questions on life expectancy, life chances and the quality of life, our lives. As individuals, we are capable and bright. Together, we shine even brighter. However, we remain real. We know what time it is. And in these difficult times, we are not afraid to shine a light on areas of concern and in turn supporting the advancement of the African and African Caribbean communities who live and work in Kirklees. Together. We do this by doing what you see before us and what you'll be seeing throughout the night. Building relationships and promoting and platforming those who are also doing the work in their own right. Making things happen and moving forward in education, health and well-being and cultural arts.
It's very important for the black community within the Kirklees area to actually know about their own history. We don't know about it, so we can't pass it on to our neighbours. So it's really about educating ourselves so we can educate others about ourselves as well. We can't educate them at the moment because we don't know ourselves. Raising awareness of health services, raising awareness of education services, and raising awareness of people in the arts and things like that. So it's just really raising awareness of what's there and also to do with black history, what they don't know.
I just want to say, first of all, thank you for inviting me. I'm not from Huddersfield. I've traveled here from Derby. And I've traveled here from Derby because I believe in what it is that you're doing here. The city that I generally kind of hang out in is a city that, well, let's just say they don't have anything like this going on this year. So congratulations to all of you for having something like this go on every year. Because one of the things that's been happening, at least that I've noticed since I've been in Britain, and I've been here since 1984, is, how do I put this? It's like back in the day, you would have these big Black History events, you know, and they would go on for like the entire month. And it was all very rooted and very grounded in communities. And they looked like this kind of gathering here. I was very moved to see so many young people, so many older people, so many women, so many men. It looked just like this. And then things began to change. You began to have more and more corporate involvement. And sometimes the corporations took over, and everybody was waiting on the Playhouse, for example, to put on something. Or they were waiting on Barclays to put on something. You know the way Barclays have taken over life skills for young people? People were waiting on corporations to do things. And I one of the things that was going on a few years ago was that there were so many corporate things going on that there was nothing kind of grounded in the community. So I want to thank you for having a lovely balance between different organizations and corporations, but it's also very, very grounded. I feel really privileged to be here and to bear witness to this. One of the things that is so, so important for all of our health and well-being is education. And not just any education. Not all education is equal. Was for me to remember to you that whole business of education and the way in which education is a right, but it's also a privilege, and that it's for us to be thinking about how we might design some education for ourselves.
I just think it's really important that we celebrate our diversity and that we really acknowledge what strong diversity can bring to an area like Kirklees. Kirklees has a lot of really interesting and wonderful communities, not least the black community. And celebrating that, enjoying that, sharing that, what could be more important?
Our name is well known within our area, and we're not just, obviously we're based at Bracken Hall, but we're all, Forget Me Not Children's Hospice people can be doing fundraising for us anywhere across the area. So it's good for us to get out there and meet some local community people who want to get involved with us, and it's good to meet people through people who get inspired by coming to these events.
The black community don't seem to come in contact with the hospices until they have somebody that goes into a hospice, so they don't have the awareness. There's a lot of taboo around cancer. It's a scary subject for anybody, but especially in the black minority, we don't talk about it. We don't get checked out either. There's lots of men. Black men are the worst. They do not go for checks, so they end up being almost at death's door before, and then that's when they use the hospices. So basically, we're trying to remove some of the stigma behind it, the fear behind the hospices, because people just see it as places where people go to die, and that's not the truth. They actually go there for treatment. Some people, they live with cancer for years and years, for decades, so it's just basically services that those charitable hospices have for people who are living with cancer. So people aren't just going there to die, people are using and utilising their services. So it's really just, educating people about it so they're not scared.
Carry a gold instead market, not a quart it would sell. Lord, what a night, not a bite. What a Saturday night. Lord, what a night, not a bite. What a Saturday night. Everybody go feel up what them money no buy. Everybody come feel up what them money no buy. Lord, what a night, not a bite. What a Saturday night. Lord, what a night, not a bite. What a Saturday night.
A lot of people think it's all about going out and making lots of money all the time, and it's actually not. The events like this are really, really important to not only mix with different, cultures, but come together in a really fun way to support each other, really, make people aware that we're here, and obviously encourage people to access our services if they need it, really, but to also work with them in the future on any fundraising endeavours that they've got. So yes, it is really important.
wonderful girls. Thank you.
I thought the gospel singer was absolutely fantastic. It was absolutely amazing, as was the little play. It's all been just brilliant, actually, really brilliant. And my son has wolfed down the food.
When illness knocks on your doorstep, it doesn't ask if it's a good time. Is it convenient? Should it call back in a few months or years when you're not so busy? Frankly, it doesn't care. Its sole purpose is to turn you upside down and hit you for 6. That's it. You could be going through the best period of your life. It suddenly comes out of nowhere and tries to take you down. Something within us starts working against us or stops protecting us. Loved ones watch helplessly from the sidelines as their lives are also torn in half. But there's nothing they can do apart from pray. Pray that things get better and those in pain recover. How much does determination play a part? They say a positive mental attitude can literally be a lifesaver. Up and down on an emotional roller coaster, pulled and dragged in every direction possible, and this is only the beginning. The tears flow deeper and more intense than any river known to us. Everyone says, why me? Why you? Why anybody? Just because it's right. It's a mystery we need to make sense of. Doctors are baffled. Second opinions, third opinions, other experts scratch their heads to offer their diagnosis. To what extent has the illness progressed? How serious is it? Has the person's life changed forever? Or worse, should we be finalizing plans and bringing their house into order? Why is it some people become ill and others do not, when they tend to have little regard for their health? We do not know the answer to that question either. But what we do hope is that when illness does come knocking, that it is not of the fierce kind, but one we can overcome. So we can rebuild our lives and offer our utmost gratitude to those who cared for us during our time of suffering and despair. Do what you can to look after your health, because ill health could be closer than you think.
How many people exercise at least once a week? Hands up. Okay. My name is Errol Brown and I'm one of the members of Cycle of Life. As you can see, the tagline is promoting health and well-being. Now we host a moderate ride every Sunday, 10 o'clock sharp, not 10:15 or 10:30 or 11 o'clock. 10 o'clock sharp from the Leeds Road playing fields, moderate ride, male cyclists. Now there's also a lady cycling group called Women on Wheels. They also set up from Leeds Road playing fields if you would like to join them. So like we say, promoting health and well-being.
We have our first black councillor, Councillor Pinnock, and we're all absolutely delighted about that. I hope she is too still. She's only been elected since May. I think people need to come forward, join political parties, get engaged, and know that the seats are there for the taking.
You rise and smile from your sheet.